Good morning. It is the middle of August and I am here with Mary at the Big Four Ice Caves trailhead, and today we are going to be going to the Big Four Glacier. This is a 1 mile out and back trail that leads to a glacier at the base of Big Four Mountain, which is one of the really cool mountains here off the Mountain Loop Highway. I'm gonna be calling it a glacier in this video because I mean that is what it is, and I think it's a bit of a misnomer to just call it ice caves. These are very dangerous ice caves. We will not be going in or going near the ice caves. And ordinarily this is a very flat, very easy trail. However, there is one additional obstacle that we are going to be tackling today, and it is the bridges out over the river. So we are going to be doing a river crossing halfway through this, but other than that, should be very easy going and get to see the glacier. Well, behind me is the bridge that you would ordinarily take to get across the river to the ice caves. It's fenced off over there, and the reason it's blocked is because it was destabilized by a flood about a year or a year and a half ago, and so it's not structurally safe to go on. So we are gonna have to go down. So we're down on the riverbank now, and you can see why you don't want to try and cross the bridge, because an entire section is taken out, so you would not be able to go across. And the river is super low, so we're trying to find the optimal spot to ford, but should be pretty easy. You can see here the old support for the bridge that got taken out. I think that this is going to be our good ford spot because it's shallower there, and then it's going to be a lot easier to get back up that way, and I think that is the way people have been fording. So okay, so here's our fording spot. It looks like it's probably gonna get maybe, I don't know, somewhere between like a foot deep in some places. But yeah, gotta cross if we want to see the glacier. And Mary's gonna demonstrate the crossing for us. Yeah, that was definitely the good place to cross. Okay, well, the hardest part is over, so I'm gonna quickly get our socks and shoes back on and then keep on going to the mountain. This is gonna be an awesome view at the end. I'm really excited for this. Behind me is Big Four Mountain and the Big Four Glacier, and oh, this is so cool. I've never been here before. This is like a super popular, family-friendly hike, but before we talk any more about this, I did want to say that It's called Big Four Ice Caves, which I think is a bit misleading because that kind of implies that you should go and explore the caves. This is a glacier. This is the lowest glacier in the United States outside of Alaska. We're at roughly 2,000 feet of elevation, and there's this massive glacier here. The reason the glacier can exist here is because of this massive rock wall keeping it sheltered from melting in the sun. However, because it's such a low elevation glacier, that makes it extremely prone to collapse, all kinds of unpredictable crevasses, and people have died here. People get injured here every single year, and people have died from either going in the ice caves or being too close to the ice caves and having debris hit them when those collapses happen. So we are going to not be going anywhere near this glacier or inside of the caves because that is extremely dangerous. Also, in the winter, this is obviously a gigantic avalanche chute, so for as easy as the hike is and as beautiful, it is deceptively beautiful because it is also quite deadly. So we're down here now. We just came a little bit down from up where the little overlook is, and this is as close as we are going to go because we want to demonstrate safety around a place like this. But oh my goodness, I am so excited. Big Four Mountain is so cool. Like, that is an insane cliff face. That is thousands and thousands of feet tall. That is a crazy mountain. And wow, this glacier is way bigger than it looks in pictures. The geology going on here is crazy. There's like stripes up the cliff. The waterfall is one of the reasons that this is so dangerous, because it goes underneath the glacier and then creates the caves. And I mean, the cave that's there looks super cool. It does look incredibly tempting, but this is as close as we will go. This is the little glacier overlook area. This is the end of the official trail. And it gives you, you know, this fantastic view of the ice caves from a safe distance. And the problem is people go down into here because it's very easy to do that, and then go to the caves. And I definitely see why they are tempted, and I too am tempted, but I know better than to mess around with glaciers. All right, heading back. We got this amazing view. I mean, I think this is a fantastic place for bang for your buck. This is a crazy mountain view with a glacier. Like, you're not gonna get that for this easy of a trail really anywhere else. But now we have to go back and do the log crossing and then the river crossing, which should be fun. We'll see if the people we gave guidance on crossing the river actually made it across. Honestly, this log crossing here is maybe sketchier than any other part you have to do on the trail. All right, well, we made it back to the car. This is overall a really easy trail because it's just 1 mile to the ice cave. So it's 2 miles round trip. It is quite flat, but made a little bit more interesting by the river crossing, which was fun. And going on that, I think that for the foreseeable future, because the bridge is out and because you have to cross the river to get to the glacier, this is probably one that's only going to be accessible to just about everyone in mid to late summer, early fall, when the river level is low enough to safely cross. Do not do a river crossing if you are not certain about the depth and how fast the water is flowing. I think mid-August to early September is probably perfect for most people. A lot of people are making the water crossing just fine. It wasn't more than a foot deep. It probably wasn't even that, and it wasn't going very fast. But I'd say that's probably something to know for the foreseeable future, because I think it's going to be pretty expensive for them to fix that bridge. But this is my first time here. This is a very popular thing to come see in Washington, and I was excited to see it because it is, like I said, a very unusual glacier being at such a low elevation and being able to sustain. And man, Big Four Mountain is super cool. Mary, what did you think?
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's pretty. I thought the rock wall was just nuts above the glacier.
Yeah, the views were really good.
Yeah, it is 88 degrees and extremely humid right now. So the weather is kind of, not the best like hiking weather. I'm glad we did an easy hike today, given the weather. But overall, really fun trail. I think it's still mostly family friendly as long as you're a little bit more adventurous for the river crossing. And remember, if you come here, do not go too close to the glacier or the ice caves because they are dangerous, they are deadly, and people can get hurt and do get fatally injured here frequently. So remember to be responsible and keep your distance, more distance than you think you need. But other than that, beautiful trail, highly recommend. Awesome view of Big Four Mountain. It's a really cool looking mountain. I think that's my favorite part. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Here are my favorite pictures from the trail today.